Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Macro Life. We have a special collaboration episode today. We're going to be bringing you a chickpea curry from our friends at Food Empowerment Project. Thanks, Olivia.
We'll be using 1 can of coconut milk, 1 can of chickpeas, also called garbanzo beans, 1 cup of frozen green peas that have been thawed, 1 tablespoon of ginger, or if you have fresh ginger, use that because it's better, 1 heaping tablespoon of curry powder, and then just a dash or a little bit more depending on how much you want of cumin, cinnamon, cayenne, and coriander, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, 1 small sweet potato, and either a small bell pepper or half of a large one. We'll start with the sweet potato. I'm going to chop off the ends of the sweet potato and cut them in half to start with, and then I will slice off the skin. Okay, now I'm just gonna chop these sweet potatoes into cubes. Doesn't need to be perfect, just make them into little cubes. Like that. Now we'll move on to the pepper. So this is a decent sized pepper, so we'll just be using half of it. So to start, I'm going to cut it in half and set 1/2 aside and scoop out the seeds from the remaining half into the garbage bowl. Good enough. Now we will slice pepper into thin slices. Then I will just cut them in half lengthwise just to make them a little bit more manageable. And now we're ready to cook. I'm going to start by drizzling the bottom of our pan with oil and heating over medium heat. I'm going to start by taking our garlic press and pressing our garlic into the pan. If you don't have one of these, then just mince the garlic and do it that way. And I'm also going to add our ginger at this time. I'm going to stir it around a little bit and let this cook for a couple minutes. Okay, now I'm going to add the sweet potatoes. I'm going to stir it around a little bit to kind of get all the flavor that's already in there all over the sweet potatoes. And then you're going to put the lid on and let it cook until the sweet potato is tender, so about 10 minutes. If it seems like the sweet potato is sticking at all, you can either add a little more oil to the pan, or I prefer to just add a little bit of water. That way you don't have excess oil. going to add the bell pepper. And the chickpeas. And let that cook for another 5 or so minutes. Okay, now we're going to scoot all the veggies and beans over to one side of the pan. And I'm going to pour in the curry powder and all the other spices into the empty side of the pan. And we're just going to let them toast over the medium heat for about a minute before we mix it all together.
Beautiful mix of colors.
And a beautiful mix of smells. Quite aromatic. Okay, now I'm going to mix everything together. Try and mix it evenly. Like so. Now I'm going to add the coconut milk. And I'm going to stir it all together so everything is all blended. And I'm going to also add the peas to the mixture and mix it all up so it's all evenly blended. We're going to let this simmer for at least 15 minutes. Make sure you stir it occasionally, and I'm just going to wait for the coconut milk to thicken up and keep an eye on it. Okay, now that it is done cooking, the coconut milk has thickened up, we're going to remove it from the heat and salt to taste. And of course, mix that up. And then you're ready to serve it. Yay! We're going to be eating this with brown rice. You should definitely eat it with brown rice or quinoa or whatever your favorite grain is.
And there you go. You're all finished. Like Deborah mentioned, we're eating ours with some brown rice. So pick your favorite grain and serve it with that. Let's give it a try.
And be sure to check out foodispower.org for other great recipes.
It smells really good. A very warming flavor.